Yeah. The next person I gave my address to is also a liar. He was also a liar. Like I say, if you lie about the smallest thing, that's something that you don't need to lie about, then that makes me think that you're gonna lie about everything else. So I don't even continue to entertain that shit, because I'm not going to. So the next person I gave my address to, he was cool. Very chill type of person. Something, I like a chill person, a homebody like myself. He worked at a mall, at one of these men's stores. I don't know, I can't really tell. I don't want to give out too much of his stuff, but he worked at the mall, but he wanted, something different or something more. So, he was going on interviews, and, he was trying to find a better job. He has a child. He was once married before, and, he seemed cool. You can't always, just stop talking to a whole group of men if one person just mess it up for everybody. Yeah, one person can't mess it up for everybody. That's what I was trying to say. So anyways, I met him, seemed really cool. Asked again, do you know how to play dominoes? He did, and he beat me. I don't know how I feel about that, but I did get beat in dominoes. And things like that. So, we hit it off, and we talked, and, I always wanted to go in the area that he came from, which was Oak Cliff. Now, I've heard a lot about Oak Cliff, from rappers and, stuff like that. So I kind of want to experience it myself. So I was hoping, that I can go out that way and just see what it's all about. He stayed with, or his mom stayed with him. Again, I don't have no issues with that, because if I could stay with my mom, or if I had somebody helping me out with my bills, I would. So that doesn't bother me. So I understood why, certain things were happening, whatever. So now, okay, we hang out. We do, or try to attempt to do, grown folk stuff, but it was something wrong with him, not me. Like, I don't know. He said it was the excitement that, he was feeling, and I was like, hey, I've been there, with someone before, but, that has happened before. But anyway, so nothing really happened. That time, nothing happened. The second time, like, the same issue happened, and it was like, it wasn't the same day, it was different days, but, sex is, a part of a relationship, and if you can't perform, then, yeah. So, I figured now, since I don't know what the issue was. I was thinking maybe, you know, he wasn't into me as much as he said he was, but you know, his best friend that's a female is plus size. His baby mama is she's a plus size, but more like a small plus size, maybe a 20, 22 or something like that. You know, he was showing me pictures of them, and so he likes plus size women. I don't know. I don't know if that's whatever. So anyways, I called him once when I was out, because again, he works for the mall, and I was looking for some shoes that I just couldn't find where I was going. So I was gonna ask him, where should I go? Now the whole time we were texting and you know, texting the whole time. It was maybe 10 until 1. We was texting the whole time, texting back and forth, not just, you know, 2, 3, 5 or 10 minutes in between. We was, you know, back and forth texting. So I want to ask him a question. Now I'm ready to go out to the store, because we were just texting regular stuff like, how's your day, how'd the job interview go, this and the third. So now I'm out and about, and I want to go find these shoes. I can't find them. I say, can I ask you a question? He said, shoot, go for it. So right when he said that, I called him. He didn't answer, but he texted me and told me he was taking a nap. I said, okay, you know, that could be true, you know, because I've been known to text a person while I'm laying down and, you know, fall asleep texting them and stuff like that. So I could believe that. I didn't take that as anything. And I was like, okay, cool. So some days go by. I ain't talked to him in a while. He texted me and was like, this is so and so. And I was like, oh, I know who you is. Like, and then he was like, how you doing? I'm fine. How are you? Oh, I'm getting beat up by, he says his daughter's name. And I was like, oh, that's so cute. Or, you know, just, oh, okay, or something like that. Then he wants to bring up the incident when he didn't answer his phone. So what he told me the first time was that he was taking a nap. The second excuse was, you know, because when I have my daughter, she needs to have my undivided attention. And I was like, okay, that's understandable. But the whole time you supposedly had your child, you was texting and talking to me that whole time. But you told me you was taking a nap. And then this second time, or this next time after we haven't talked in a while, that you text me, you tell me that you hanging out with her now. You know, she's beating you up. And then he come back with, oh, she's gone now. Okay, so when you text me about a few minutes ago saying that you was just fighting with her, and then I rebuttal with, the next one, he was like explaining. Then after that text, so 2 texts later, 3 texts later, I say, well, isn't she there now? Why are you texting me? Oh no, she's gone now. I said, okay, whatever. So the excuse that he had was, the first one was he was sleeping. Then the next one was because his child was there, and you know, she has to have his undivided attention. Like I say, I understand about that. You know, people and their children. I don't come in between. Okay, so my battery overheated, my camera overheated. So anyways, like I said, I don't do a lot of lying about unnecessary things, and that was an unnecessary thing that you had to lie about. If you was there with your child, that's all you could have said. You didn't have to say all that extra shit. So I stopped talking to him. Like I don't give nobody not a 1 or 2, not 3 chances. No, I'm good. Okay, so now you blow dry this. You blow dry your hair on warm until it gets really hard. So I'm gonna blow dry it a little bit, and then I'm gonna turn the camera off so that I can finish it, and then my camera can cool down a bit. So you just blow dry it until it's really hard. It doesn't move. Okay, so now that my hair is really, y'all can hear it. It's really hard. I can't really shake it or anything. So right after this, you are supposed to wash it out with warm water and then put in your balancing moisturizer. But before that, I'm gonna talk to you about the next person I met. This time I met him where in the area that he stayed at, I was going to, which is Mesquite, Texas. I was going to Rainbow anyways out in that area, so I was like, you know, since you know you're not too far, I'll meet you there. Okay, so his profile made him look like he was an old gangster from LA. You know how, you know, if you don't know, like he looked like an old gangster from LA. He had goals in his mouth. He was dark skinned. I don't know why dark skinned just came into mind, but he looked like an old school gangster, like from LA. He was actually from LA, but he looked like he had, you know, the khaki pants on, and so he put up older pics of him. Compared to what I met, it was like he kind of catfished me. I was like, okay. But anyway, so when I met him, or he was one of the people that I talked to at night. Like he had a night job. So I would talk to him like 10, 11, 12, sometimes 1 in the morning. You know, because he had the time. And so yeah, I talked to him one day. I was really feeling bad, you know, thinking about my mom and things like that, and I was crying and stuff like that, and he was comforting me. And you know, just saying really nice things and really encouraging things, and you know, things that people have said to me before. So you know, just at that time it was good to hear those things. And so you know, he was cool for that, and I felt that he was a cool person about that. But also during that time, he was still talking about, you know, coming out here and, you know, hanging out and stuff like that. But he was saying things like after he get off work, you know, if you're getting off at work, your normal time is 10:30. What are we doing at 10:30? There isn't anything that's open at this time. No food places, you know. You're not really gonna go walking in the park at 10:30. I mean, you know, unless you want to get robbed or the cops harassing you or just, you know, things like that. And, you know, not being from Dallas, I don't know the areas, and I'm not comfortable with going out at night, especially with somebody I don't really know. So, you know, he was saying things like that. So, you know, throughout the whole time that we was talking. But yeah, we ain't at no. So we agreed to meet. I agreed to meet him that Saturday afternoon before he went to work. And before, you know, he goes to work, or after he gets off work, like I say, 11, 12, you know, the next mornings and stuff like that, he would take his son to school. So, you know, he had, was it Sunday or was it, I think it was Sunday. Because I know the next day he had to take his son to school. So anyways, we met. Like I said, I think I got catfished because how he came and what he looked like online was two different people. Like, you put your son up there and I got the daddy, which, you know, I do still like older men. I knew he was older, but like, these are two different people. So it was just like, weren't. Like, again, I like the personality. He was a really cool person, but you know, you showing me two different things. And you know, he was like, don't let the gold teeth fool you. I'm not a gangster, you know, don't judge me for my past and all that stuff like that. And you know, I was looking, you know, to see goals, or you know, I didn't see none of that. It looks like he just looks like an older man. Anyway, so we talk. He always, you know, he wants to hug and, you know, just kind of be really into my space type stuff. And it's like, no. I mean, no. So we talked for you know, just talking. I'm not a mean person. I'm not just gonna go there and be like, oh, okay, whatever, let me just go home. Like, he didn't represent himself well. But like I said, his personality, he's cool. So, you know, we continued to talk for a while. I drove to his place where he stays with his sister and his son. Like, his family decided to get a house. Something that I want to do with my little brother. We get a house and we just stay together. You know, other ethnic groups do that, where it's like 3-4 families living in a house. That's something that I want to do. That's what he said he was doing. I don't know. I don't get into all the extra stuff, but that's something I want to do. So when he said, you know, he stays there with his son, his sister, and his brother, which is fine. Set out, smoked a bit, and just talked. And because I knew he had to go to work. He had to go to work for 5. So, you know, I, you know, just wanted to meet him for a minute. So then after that, I left. I left and came back home. It was maybe 45, yeah, it was kind of long. Mesquite's like 45 minutes or so away from me. And then it being a little trafficky, not really. I don't get on the freeway. I drive the regular roads. Anyways, that ain't what y'all here to listen to. So I get home. I wasn't even home maybe 5 minutes. I get a call from him saying that he called off work and he's heading my way. Send him my address. No. I'm like, why are you not going to work? Like, that makes no sense. He's like, you know, we had a good time today, and you know, I wanted to hang out with you more and all that stuff like that. I'm like, no, we good. You know, we planned on going out the next weekend and doing something like that. And for you to call off work and just be like, oh, I'm coming your way and hanging out with you. I was like, you know, you need to give me a heads up, you know, some stuff like that, even though he wasn't coming to my house anyways. Like no, that was not happening. And so then he was talking about, you know, well, when he get off work, then can we hang out? He'll take me downtown somewhere. And I'm like, you get off work at 10:30. By the time you get off work, go home, change, and get into something new, it's going to be 12 by the time you get to me, because it's 30-40 minutes. Maybe not at night, it's probably less than that, but it's still gonna take you a while to get to my house. Or not get to my house, but get to downtown or whatever. And I don't really drive at night, and I was saying, well, you know, if I do, you know, you gotta do the driving or something like that. He's like, oh, I'm down for that. And I'm like, I'm trying to make all the, well, not the excuses, but I really wasn't trying to get, no. Anyways, so, you know, that went on for a couple of days about him coming out when he get off work. And I keep telling you, like, that's not gonna happen. You're not coming to my house after work. That's, again, what are we gonna do at this time at night? What else are we gonna do? So now when a person like that keeps asking me to come by my house and keeps suggesting sex or anything like that, that's when I get into the, okay, well, show me what you got. Show me what you since you talking all that noise and you gonna do this and you gonna do that. Show me what you got. Oh, nah, you know, I don't be taking pictures and doing it over the internet and all that stuff like that. Okay, well then you ain't got nothing that's gonna work for me then. If you too scared to do this, that, and third, now I didn't already told you what I do. My extracurricular lifestyle, I've already told you this, so you know I'm not afraid of, you know. So you letting me know that you don't have the equipment that I'm looking for, or that can even do anything for me. Oh, now how you know and all this stuff? Well, I'm asking you to show me. I don't have to be face to face to know, you know, I don't have to be face to face to it to know if it's gonna do anything for me. Like, well, tell me something, you know, how big, how this, you know, give me some information if you saying this, that, and the third. Well, it ain't, you know, it's about that many inches. I'm like, well, that's not gonna do it for me, you know, because, you know, I'm a plus size woman. You know, I like it a certain way, and you got a gut that and those two things don't mix together, you know. So, you know, I don't think that's gonna work. That's not gonna work for me. And, you know, then it went to, oh, well, I didn't think you was all about sex and all this stuff like that. I just thought, you know, you was looking for a good dude. I was gonna take care of you and all this stuff like that. I said, no, I am looking for a good dude, but for you, all you're asking me is to come over my house late at night. What are we gonna do late at night besides talking? I mean, I don't need you rubbing on me. I don't need you trying to do anything, because ain't nothing gonna happen. I've already, that's not gonna happen. So, you know, now it's, oh, I thought you was looking for a good man, but if that's all you want to know, then you know, you're not who I thought you was, and I'm not, you know, whatever. I was like, okay, fine. I'll hopefully, you know, you think, what I say? I normally say, well, it was nice meeting you, and I hope you find what you're looking for. And he gave me the same thing, and we went on about our way. But I'm thinking now, how all of a sudden, every time I talk to you, all you want to do was come over my house. All you want to do is come over my house and come over my house. But now when I say, okay, well, what you got? You want to come over here? What you got? No need for you coming over here and wasting my time. I've already had my time wasted previously from somebody else who was claiming the things that he can do and couldn't perform. So now I'm not going to do it again. So just show me what you got. Tell me what it is. And if I can deal with it, then I can. But that's something I can't deal with. So that was the end of him. Now, I'm gonna go watch this out, and I'm gonna come back and tell y'all about the Bishop.